Brian, I know you've had, I mean, it kind of looks like some intentional sabotage, maybe conspiracies against you. I mean, I've seen the cops have shut your campaign down. I think they even arrested you. And it just strikes me as very Russian, kind of like Putin having his main political rival arrested. I mean, how the hell does that happen?
It's a great question, and so just for people that don't know the incident you're talking about, I think it was January 29th of this year. I was out on our digital battle bus. By the way, it's kind of a UK thing, maybe not an American thing, but basically we have this massive bus with my name and picture on the side of it. And it's not really a bus, it's actually a mobile broadcasting studio in the back. And I drive it around London. I've driven it over 3,000 miles in the city of London through 32 of our boroughs here, which are like these small sections of the thing. And I'm trying to see everybody possible. And so we had kitted this thing out. And again, this is way before anyone else announced for mayor. We've been campaigning for almost 6 months. Most people campaign for a month for mayor. Like they just, that's just what they do. But for us, we were taking this super seriously. We knew we had to get out there and talk about these issues. So I think it was the third day. I was walking down the middle of the street with my bus parked next to me, and I was filming a vlog in the middle of the street. It just started snowing actually in London. And I was talking to my phone alone in the middle of the street. I was suddenly surrounded by 10 police officers. They came in 5 police vans, and they detained me and my crew. They fined us and they banned us from campaigning. Literally, they said, you're not allowed to campaign. And luckily, one of my video guys shot the whole thing. And so we had the whole video of it. And first, when they said that, I said, you're banning me from campaigning? Like, that sounds really strange. And I was like, everything we're doing is completely COVID secure. And JP, the funny thing is that Apple TV was filming a series right down the road near Buckingham Palace at the same time. And we were using the same COVID protocols that Apple TV was using for their film production. So, they have it where it's everyone set up, where everyone wears masks, and they take their masks off and they film. And so we were using the same protocols. And again, I was in the middle of the street alone, and the police stopped me and they said, you're breaking the law. And we clearly weren't. And so again, I said to the police officer, I said, this seems very political, is what I said to him. And he got really mad and he yelled. He said, this is not political. And again, I know the police have a difficult job. For me, it just felt like someone else was telling them what to do. And so they fined 5 members of my crew and me. They told us to go home and to stop campaigning. We obviously weren't very impressed with that. I went back, sat down with my legal team. We drafted a 4-page letter, sent it to all the commissioners, and then we got back out on the road the next day. And we got pulled over by the Metropolitan Police, a separate police force here in London, and then we got followed by the police. But after that, they didn't actually stop us. And we kept live streaming from the back of the bus, going through every single borough, asking people what their problems were, reading out questions in real time, something a politician would normally never do. We kept going. And so yeah, I mean, it's honestly, JP, it's been a continuation of our fight for freedom of speech. At that moment in January and February, even now, we're fighting for democracy, which is something I never thought I'd have to do in one of the countries where it was created, and yet I'm still doing it. And I'm still doing it today. I mean, free and fair elections, funny things like, the way you leaflet, the way you drop things off at people's doorsteps, the way you talk to people on the streets, they all make it very hard for an independent candidate to get action. The BBC had a debate, JP, the other night, and they invited 2 candidates to the debate, even though I've been in second place in all of the major odds makers, all of them, and they didn't even invite me. And I was like, what's going on here? But there's certain regulations for the media here that only allows the parties with a certain market share of votes to actually be on there. So it almost self-perpetuates.